Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? I am back today with a little word of encouragement on evolving and emerging. And I want to say to you, it has been a blessing. My church family has been blessed, and I know others have been blessed. They have been inboxing me and texting me as well. And I got a couple of emails telling me how they have been blessed by the words of encouragement. So I wanted to come on and give you this word today that was dropped in my spirit. And it's really just a couple of things that I want to get you to do if you're going to emerge, if you're going to evolve into a different place. You have to think big. You have to think bold. You have to do bold actions, and you just have to think out of the box. All of those are kind of encompassed in one, but I wanted to tell you that you have to really think big. You have to think bold. You have to think out of the box, and you have to do something that no one else would have thought that you would have done. You have to get out of certain places that you are in that are not bringing you anything back. If it's not reciprocating anything, you have to get out of those places, have to get out of those relationships. You have to remove yourself from that place so that you might be able to move forward. And one of the scriptures that came to mind when I was reading on this morning in my meditation was in the book of Ruth, about the first chapter. Naomi is now leaving Moab, and she's going back to the place to where she was. And I love this particular scripture because it's in the first verse, it's in the first chapter. And I think it's about the 7th or the 8th verse. And it says how she's now going back to the place to where she left from. And what I love about this is that she began to talk about how she left there. And when she left, it was bad for her. She went into a place of prosperity. They prospered in Moab, but then she lost her husband. Then she lost her 2 sons. So she was left with her daughter-in-laws. And she began to talk to her daughter-in-law. She told me, she says, listen, I'm going back to the place of Judah. I'm going back to the place where I was. You know, it's hard for me. I don't know how they're going to accept me. I don't know how they're going to treat me. I don't know how things are going to be. And of course, this is my spiritual imagination when I say this. That's not exactly what the word says, but I just want to give you how people think when you have to leave a place. When you leave a place and you go to another place, and then you have to move back to that place. But now when you move back, you feel like you've lost a whole lot of things. Watch that. You feel like you've lost a whole lot of things. It feels like life is not all that great for you. It feels like, wow, I'm going back here and I'm empty. And that's the way Naomi felt. She felt like she was empty. She felt like nothing had worked out for her. She felt like she had lost, everything, her husband, her children, her home, her land. She felt like she had lost everything. And she even told the people when she got back to Judah, she says, call me Mara. And so just bitterness. And so she was leaving from one place to go to another place, not knowing how she was going to be received, where she was going to be, or anything. She didn't know that. And this is why I say you have to think bold, even though the situation or the circumstances might not seem like they're great. They might not seem like they might be taking you anywhere, but you have to think bold, and you have to think out of the box, and you have to continue to keep that faith for yourself so that you may continue to go forward and do some great things, because something is great is coming out of your tragedy. Can I say that one more time? Something great is coming out of your tragedy. God never takes you through something without him making it the best for you if you follow his direction, if you follow what he says. And one of the things that I teach even so is that Naomi had to leave from a great place to go somewhere else. And be prosperous so that she can gain someone that would help her throughout the rest of your life. Some of you are what we call pushers, what I call pushers, or what you call mentors, coaches, or what you even call just someone who pulls someone along. You reach back and you grab someone else. If Naomi and her husband had never went to Moab and they had never met their 2 daughter-in-laws, who knows? We probably would not have the lineage or the line of Jesus Christ or David. So every one of you have something that God has you on a plan, and it might not seem good right now, might not seem great, but you have to think boldly. You have to think out of the box. And when everybody else thinks that it's nothing, when everybody else thinks that, wow, you're going to do that. Yes, because this is the plan for my life. This is the plan for my life. And so I want to say with you too, I want to say with that, I want you to not be bitter. I want you not be bitter. And this is not just for women. This is for men too. Men and women both can be bitter about their circumstances, about their past, things that have happened to them, how people have treated you wrong, how jobs have done you wrong, how ministries, how everything have done you wrong. And you will hold certain things within your heart where you will find yourself where you be bitter. Listen, don't be bitter, be better. And so that's where Naomi was. She was feeling like she was bitter. She was feeling like this. But as she began to get back into the land, as she began to go forward, as people started seeing her and recognizing her, she started evolving. She started evolving to, watch this. And this is the point where I want to get to. She started evolving to where she started teaching her daughter-in-law that did not know the ways of the people, that did not know how to get by. She started teaching her daughter-in-law. She says, go to this land, go to that land, do this and do that. God might have you on a plan or on a track so that you can help somebody else. You never know. And while you think that you might be coming back empty, you think that I don't have anything. God said it's your turn to teach and train someone else so that they can be a blessing unto you. You have done the work. You have suffered long. You have gone through trials. You have gone through tribulations. You have gone through pain. You have gone through all of this. And he says, now is your time to train somebody else so that they can push and pull you and help you through your situation. So she began to train her daughter-in-law. And as she began to train her daughter-in-law, she groomed her into something really, really awesome until one of the richest men that was there in that land said that he was going to take care of her, which is a statement that says, I'm going to marry you. He even went and spoke to the next of kin, the kinsman redeemer, to go and say, you know what, if you're going to redeem Naomi's land, you got to take Ruth too. They knew he wasn't going to. Boaz knew he wasn't going to do it. So it gave him the first right of refusal for him to be able to do that. And so listen, let me tell you something. God is setting you up for something great. If you're going to evolve and if you're going to emerge, it's time for you to train someone else, help someone else, make great moves, do great things, think big, think out of the box, leave the place what you thought was going to bring you prosperity, and it's not. Leave that place, leave those people, leave that thing alone, and get to a place to where you're just like, you know what, I can start all over here. I can start and I can begin again here. So those are my words of encouragement to you today about evolving and emerging. I promise you, if you begin to do those things, do not be bitter. Think boldly, think out of the box, think about great things, think about what you want to do with your life. Move out of the place that's not bringing you any great things anymore. Move out of the place that's not helping you anymore, and move to a different place and go to that different place and take someone with you. You understand me? Take someone with you and allow them, after you help them, allow them to then help you. And that's how you emerge, and that's how you evolve into something great. So listen, I just wanted to share those words of encouragement with you. If you have been blessed by this, share this with someone. Maybe they will be blessed by it as well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.